The audio you're about to hear was recorded in Anchor. Learn more at anchor.fm.
Hello guys, welcome back. This is the Blockchain Bash. The date today is the 7th of February 2018, and I'm going to go ahead and introduce our first story. The SEC and the CFTC had a hearing yesterday morning about the legitimacy of blockchain technology. J. Christopher Giancarlo, CFTC chairman, was optimistic about blockchain technology, while the chairman of the SEC was a little more cautious on the subject. The general stance of the hearing was that ICOs need to be more regulated, cryptocurrencies need to be a little less regulated than ICOs, and then DLT, distributed ledger technology, will need the least regulation. The hearing went over well, and it's a generally good conversation to be having with the regulators on the cryptocurrency situation. The solution, according to Giancarlo and Clayton, both the chairmen of the SEC and the CFTC, were to educate the masses on Bitcoin and cryptocurrency and use the jurisdiction they have over the futures markets of Bitcoin to collect data and keep track of the markets so that nobody gets too hurt. They also want to form a task force to go after fraudsters who are scamming Main Street investors in ICO pyramid schemes and worthless cryptocurrencies. A funny moment happened during the hearing, which I think that you should listen to, so here it is.
In fact, what we hear a lot of is people buying and holding. If you go onto the Twitter universe, you'll see a phrase HODL, which means hold on for dear life. And the thinking is that they buy it and hold.
So as most of you probably know, HODL does not stand for hold on for dear life. It actually was just a typo on the Bitcoin Talk forums. And of course, this shows us that education is still an important factor in the blockchain technology. Even people I talk to on the street, if I say cryptocurrency, they still don't know what I mean, but if I say Bitcoin, they've instantly heard of it. So there's a little bit of branding and a little bit of education that still needs to be done. Alright guys, before story 2, I'd like to plug my Twitter. It's JoePotentier on Twitter. That's Joe Potentier. I'd love to talk about blockchain technology, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, SpaceX, Elon Musk, all sorts of brand new technology, and I talk about it all day there on my Twitter. So since the cryptocurrency crashed to $277 billion that I actually missed and didn't talk about on any of my social platforms except for Twitter, the market has gained almost exactly $100 billion over the past 36 hours. The market cap is currently sitting at $377.4 billion US dollars. This massive single-day run-up is looking good for more than just Bitcoin. The top 100 altcoins are also green, with some as being as high as 98% on the day. Market analysts are predicting a green run for at least the next few months, with some red days mixed in, of course, and this also correlates with how the stock market is reacting at the current moment. My personal opinion is that we already saw Bitcoin at below 6K this year, and I truly believe it will burst through its all-time high and hit 40K within the year. And of course, remember that I'm not even 20, so don't take my word as financial advice, and I'm not liable for any losses that you incur. I just believe that blockchain technology and Bitcoin has a future in almost every market that you can conceive of, and that is just going to drive the price higher and higher, and it would be very likely that we see a much higher priced Bitcoin within the year. And before we start story 3 here, I'd love to prompt you guys to use the call-in function within Anchor. You guys can send in little audio clips, little questions, little opinions, little stories, anything, and there's a chance I will include you in the next episode. Alright, this is a quick one. Forbes has decided that they are publishing their first ever richest people in cryptocurrency list. From Forbes themselves, there are at least 10 people with over $1 billion in value, and another 10 that are well on their way to numbers of that magnitude. This list is chock full of quiet programmers that simply don't want to be public figures in any way. So for that reason, it was very hard for Forbes to come up with this list, but it seems like they have managed to pull it off. Forbes says that they're going to remain conservative with their numbers as always, but with such high volatility in the market, they cannot be 100% sure that the list will be accurate. The list will appear in the February 28th edition of Forbes magazine. Alright, that's it for the Blockchain Bash today. If you want to go check out my YouTube, it's Joe Potentier, Potentier, just like my Twitter handle. We are also starting up an Instagram where we're going to have native graphics featuring blockchain technologies, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, all sorts of blockchain projects that people are putting out there. So if you just look up Blockchain Bash on Instagram, give it a follow, there'll be lots of content coming out there in the near future. Once again, thanks so much for listening, and if you liked the podcast, please feel free to give it a favorite on Anchor so that you make sure that you catch all of our future episodes. My name is Joe Potentier, and I am out for the night.
The audio you just heard was recorded in Anchor. Learn more at anchor.fm.